To the one hearing this now, there is a gentle but powerful truth being carried to you on wings of light. The universe has held every moment of your path close, and tonight, a quiet knowing is meant to settle in your heart. The soul your spirit recognizes has not and cannot forget you. This goes beyond partnership. It is a recognition written in the stars, a promise stitched into the fabric of your being long before you met. Think of it as a sacred design. Where two paths are meant to converge, a divine presence walks between them, making the journey steady and sure. That presence is with you now. What is being shown in this moment is a stirring in that other heart. Restlessness fills their nights. The choices that took them away from you now echo with a strange emptiness. The roads they walked, which seemed so bright at the time, are now revealing their true nature, unstable and without lasting light. This is not an accident. It is a loving and necessary realignment. Sometimes, for a heart to see clearly, everything that is not true must gently fall away. The very peace they thought they would find elsewhere is now reminding them of the peace they once knew with you. This process is one of revelation, not retaliation. It is about clarity, not payback. As those shaky foundations reveal themselves, a deep and startling understanding is dawning within them. They are starting to perceive, perhaps for the first time, that what they walked away from was never just a person, it was a piece of their own destiny. Your presence was a gift placed in their life, an invitation to something real. And that invitation, though declined, still carries your name. But this message, this entire unfolding, is ultimately about you and your freedom. This is about the perfect rhythm of your life falling into place. Every experience, even the painful ones, is being woven into a greater story of protection and purpose for you. This time apart has not been wasted. It has been sacred ground. It has been a season where your own spirit has been growing stronger, your own light brighter, your own understanding deeper. You are being prepared not for what was, but for what is to come, a future built on the unshakable truth of who you are, held securely in grace. Each tear, each whispered prayer in the dark, every time you released your grip on this situation, you were not just waiting. You were building. Heaven was using this time to forge a testimony within you. You were refined, your faith tempered into something unshakable, and your spiritual authority quietly grew stronger than you knew. The angels witnessed the change in you. The constant wondering has faded. You no longer seek clues in old messages or wait for a sign from them. You have found a deeper source of worth, a peace that doesn't change with the wind, and a joy that comes from within. This, right here, is the true breakthrough. This inner transformation has made you magnetic in a way that defies simple explanation. As the Proverbs say, true beauty flows from a life rooted in reverence. Your commitment to healing, your trust in God's timing, this light is what they now sense from afar. It creates a pull they can't logic away. It's a soul-deep draw, bringing thoughts of you into their quiet moments and dreams. They see glimpses of a future home built on faith, a shared purpose, a love that serves something greater. These are not just daydreams, they are echoes of a potential God has sown. Yet, for them, these visions are both a hope and a prison. They are paralyzed, convinced they have burned the bridge, believing shame has written an ending that grace has not. But listen, the chains that bind them are already shaking. While fear shouts that it is too late, a quieter, stronger voice is speaking to their spirit. The courage they lack is being offered. The stubborn pride that blinded them is crumbling, revealing an undeniable truth: what you shared was never ordinary. It was a rare, divine designer reflection of a love that is patient, promises, and endures. This connection calls for a courageous, covenant kind of love. It is the kind that chooses to rebuild, that forgives beyond measure, and stands not just on feeling, but on sacred commitment. What this means for you now, this is your moment of empowered peace. Their journey is theirs to walk. Your calling is to stand firm in the wholeness you found. Live fully in your present, anchored in the peace you've cultivated. Whether their return is part of your story or not, you are already complete. Your light, earned through this trial, is now your greatest guide. Move forward, not in waiting, but in confidence, knowing you are prepared for whatever blessed path unfolds next. This person is now visiting you in their sleep-vivid, powerful dreams of reconciliation, laughter, and a shared future. These are not just fleeting thoughts, they are profound spiritual messages. The angels show that this is a sign of alignment, a thinning of the veil between what is and what is to be. Heaven is actively at work, gently rearranging circumstances, moving obstacles, and preparing the way for what has always been destined. The message they are holding in their heart, the prayer they whisper now, goes something like this: I was too proud to admit what we were. I called it simple because I was scared of how deep it went, terrified of the trust that real love demands. I told myself it was just another chapter. But I was wrong. You saw through me. You wouldn't let me hide behind my excuses. You were the mirror that showed me I was living a script written by everyone else for their approval, their plans, and I had lost myself completely. We challenged each other, yes. It was hard because you were making me stronger, refining me into who I was meant to be. But we also loved with a honesty I've never found again. From the very start, my soul knew you. My heart chose you before my logic could talk it out of it. That kind of recognition doesn't come from a place of error. I can't forget you. I've tried to fill this emptiness with other people, other noise, but it's like trying to replace the sun with a flashlight. Your love was my clarity when I was lost in confusion. When I can't sense your presence nearby, it feels like a part of my world has gone quiet. There's an ache that won't fade, a restlessness that nothing else settles. I miss the peace you carried. I miss the way your smile changed the room, and your laugh felt like a fresh start. I miss being truly known. What this means for you, this is a season of divine movement. However, your power lies not in watching for their return, but in living fully in the wholeness you've built. You are no longer the person they remember, you are stronger, clearer, and anchored in a peace that is yours alone. Whether your paths merge again or not, you are complete. Stand firm in your truth, move forward in your purpose, and trust that every step is guided. Your story is unfolding exactly as it should. They are remembering how you restored their faith in love when they had lost it completely. Now, the angels bring you this assurance. A shift is happening within them. It is not surrender in defeat, but surrender to truth. They are beginning to see past the hurt that blinded them, past the false idea that they could ever truly leave behind a bond God Himself established. Their attention is returning to the love that still connects you, a light that human failure and time have not been able to dim. A quiet expectation is growing, that in heaven's perfect rhythm, what was once fractured could be mended into something even more resilient and radiant. You are in their prayers. Whether spoken aloud or held in silence, they are asking for your happiness, your safety, and for every good thing you dream of. A new tenderness lives in them now, a recognition that they may not be worthy of another chance, yet they hope in a mercy greater than their mistakes. Presently, they are being reshaped from within, a profound inner transformation. They are struggling to break lifelong chains, the dread of real commitment, the stubbornness that refused to apologize, the walls that prevented true closeness, and those draining ties that taught through hurt. Those people were seasons, not destinies, mirrors showing them everything love is not. They know you may be weary. They feel the passage of time testing your faith. But hold this truth close: the place you hold in their life belongs only to you. You are not one among many. You are the answer their spirit recognized. That fact is permanent. Around them now, necessary closures are taking place, unhealthy bonds are dissolving, old wounds are finally healing, cycles of self-sabotage are breaking. This is not disorder, it is divine cultivation. Like a gardener who prunes, God is removing what cannot bear fruit so that what remains can thrive. This is sacred preparation. Not to punish them, but to make their life ready to receive the gift of a love like yours. Everything that stands against this purpose is being cleared away. Your journey continues. This chapter is not the end. Heaven is still orchestrating. And what is yours will find its way to you. This pain they feel is the careful pruning. Though difficult, it is essential not to harm, but to create space for greater strength and abundance in their life, and potentially in your future together. You were the spark for this change. Your very existence showed them a new way to live a love that felt real, not just imagined. You demonstrated how to love freely, how to be open without fear, and how to receive kindness without doubt. You were a source of light when they felt alone. You arrived exactly when heaven planned, and that truth is forever written on their heart. The angels want you to see the purpose behind the silence and space. This distance is not dismissal. They are facing struggles they aren't ready to share. There is private healing happening, quiet battles being fought. This time apart is not a sign of fading love, it is a form of protection. They are doing the work to heal, so that if they return, they come to you restored, not needing you to carry their pain. They are learning the deepest lesson of love, to mend oneself before joining another. This growth is what heaven honors. It means that if your paths join again, it will not be a return to what was. It will be the start of something new, built with wisdom, care, and grace. Tonight, the angels speak this over you. Your story is not finished. This is not the final page. What feels like an ending is merely a pausi, sacred interval where both hearts are being prepared for what comes next. Your quiet faith during this season has been witnessed. Every prayer has been held. Every tear has been honored. Nothing has been lost. All of it has been part of a greater preparation. As Isaiah says, those who trust in divine timing will find their strength renewed. You have been in this season of waiting, growing steady, learning to trust beyond what you can see, choosing belief even when it felt impossible. You are being readied not just for a person, but for your purpose. And what is meant for you will not arrive late. The one who once overlooked you now understands your worth. They see you as a blessing they nearly let slip away. What they called casual, they now recognize as sacred, the most important meeting of their life. The love they left behind is now pulling them back. Like a tide returning to shore, like a seed pushing through soil toward the sunit, is natural, powerful, and guided by a hand greater than their own. So steady your spirit. What is coming is not a return to what was, but the arrival of what can be. What felt lost is being found. What felt broken is being woven back together with stronger thread. The very pain meant to destroy you is becoming the foundation of a story you will one day share to offer others hope. Prayer. Gracious God, we lift up every heart hearing these words. Continue your gentle work within them. Mend what is wounded, loosen what is bound, and align each will with yours. We speak your promise from Jeremiah 29 verse 11 over each life, plans for wholeness, for hope, and for a future filled with purpose. We ask for your perfect timing. Let every step forward be covered in your peace, guided by your clarity, and protected by your grace. We place every heart and every connection in your loving hands. In the name of Jesus, we trust and we give thanks. Amen.